What is up? Another day, another demo review. This time with a one Anita Max Guck.
Anita Max win.
Guck went 10 and 6 in this Anubis game, but had a plus 10. That's right, plus 10 Leetify. So I'm trying to figure out with this demo the impact of the frags and just overall, I think it's one of the highest games that Gucks ever played. So I'm excited to watch this, dive into it, see some greatness, right? Let's jump in. All right, let's see here. Went ahead and changed the crosshair just so that we could have a nice viewing experience. Molly in, Guck hears them. Bomb's coming in first, so great positioning. Got a teammate up behind you. It's good stuff. Easy, owned. Get the second one. Oh, do we own the first one? Get the second one. A little fast on the spray, probably on the second guy, but it worked out, so. There we go. You don't feel like you have to walk in these scenarios. You know, you do have the pistol. You want to make sure that you're mobile. Kind of a fast jiggle peek would be, I think, more ideal, and then you can kind of reset when you see somebody to take the fight. But good positioning, good crossfire. Okay, now you're running. Let's see. Make sure we're at head height. Okay, not bad. Okay, we get owned. I don't hate that peak, though. Overall, I think it's a good pistol. Oh, no. Okay. We got it. Good first kill. Killed him with the bomb. Important kill. Or second kill, I should say. Good positioning. Oh, going with the M4. Big middle finger to everybody. Is he him? All right, nobody's going to be here in mid. Good jiggling. You probably can make your jiggles a little bit deeper. A little bit longer. Nice. Do we just obliterate them? Yep, keep your crosshair there. Okay, good. You know, make sure you lock your crosshair to the right, and then once you hear that shooting, obviously you can look left. I do think you can move faster. It's still a little bit of a camera pan, but much better placement. Just feels much more natural. Like your worst crosshair placement is just naturally more consistently in the right spot, if that makes sense. Like your threshold is just higher and just more consistency. So that's awesome. Playing far away with the M4 for the early rush in and coming closer to here. All right, you're hearing some utility. Okay, good flash. Ooh, maybe the molly would have been preferred. Oh no. I don't love this. Yeah. Maybe the molly would have been preferred. I'm not quite sure what the comms were to have your whole team so far away. I'm sure they were kind of spread out. That's interesting. Let me look at this round again. Yeah, so I probably prefer a molly there. I mean, you do have people fighting in mid, but there is like this massive, there's this massive grouping over here of 3 people. But I think we know there's 2 from the utility that they threw. So some type of mix up of calming here that happened. Whether that's your fault, whether it's not your fault. Just something to think about. You're only as good as your comms a lot of the time too. Because I think we hear both. Yeah, you get smoke and molly and flash, so So it's something to think about too here. Just kind of to think to yourself, they threw a lot of utility in, which gives you opportunity to throw a lot of utility back. It probably would have been more ideal if you were able to throw your molly, and then maybe after like half a beat, you can throw your smoke on top of it, or throw your molly like aggressively, and then smoke like just behind the molly. Be able to then maybe flash over here to give yourself a nice favored peak, and hopefully by the time the molly and smoke has, you at least have one teammate here who's now at least stairs, and then one teammate who's rotated mid. So I feel like in this position you want to buy yourself more time. You have full utility. You went with the flash, so the timing of the flash I think should have just been a molly, and then you can follow up that with a smoke. And then when you use that flash, let's peek with the flash if we have support on site. So if you're going to use that flash, let's throw it over here to blind, and then let's peek here, right? And it gets us in a strong position, because if this is smoked but you're peeking here, you can hold this angle a little bit easier. If they run through the smoke, it's very advantageous. And then as the smoke starts to dissipate, you can start to walk back. And maybe by the time the smoke dissipates, they go, I want to go back to connector. They walk into the op. So there's a lot of kind of things with this round that I feel like could be better. And then it's just kind of like a weird angle here. So just kind of be conscious of that. If somebody gets into this deep position, maybe it's not advantageous for you to be here. Maybe that flash would be better for you. So kind of a weird round, but still a lot to grab from it in terms of it. And obviously we're in a good position here, and we actually just have the blueprint, but kind of a situation where you made it hard on yourself, so just kind of think about that. Wait, this guy's name is Anita Max Win? And he has vice gloves? Nani? Bro, you need to show him who the fucking real Anita Max is. I hope that was talked about.
Anita Max Win.
Oh, we're doing pistol strat on the right? Who's got the flash? Nobody? Oh yeah, you have the flash in. Probably just go with your team. Guc, you've been watching me play too much. Gotta be with the boys here, right? This is some things I would do. This is something I would do. You're watching too much of my demos if you're doing this, right? But all good, all good. Did it matter? Probably not, but that's funny. Anita Max Win. Anita Max Win. All right, full util. Let's see what we do here. So this is tough. So when you do it this fast, when you jiggle peek this fast, and people have different opinions about this, but when you go back to this spot here, your left shoulder here is actually still exposed, even though you can't see. So I would be a little bit more intentional with your peaks. And as a beginner too, I would also just be really focused that every time I peek this or jiggle this, I truly believe he's gonna be there. So I think you can do this a little bit slower and a little bit more deliberately. And when you get out of the jiggle, obviously, what's the goal of this spot? The goal of this spot is to be able to fall back, right? And not take the fight. You could have a situation where you jiggle and then you swing back, and then you go out and you peek and just bang them right in the head. What's more likely here is that they start to rush the site off of the jiggle, and you're going to be using all of your utility to buy time for your team to rotate. So just be really intentional with these jiggles. Let's not have any wasted movement. I'm curious if those jiggles affect you at any point in this game. Good smoke as the runaway if you're going to leave. Good. Oh, let's keep our crosshair when we go up mid. Let's look where they are. But overall, I mean the crosshair is much better. It's hardly ever really in a spot that's so far off. So when we look at like your improvement, I mean, I think we should just take a moment to appreciate it, you know? Got bomb in mid. Do you have any utility? Oh, would love if you threw the molly here. Okay, see that crosshair is like close. It's getting better, but yeah. And then give yourself some space here. Yeah. I can see you're thinking a lot in this moment. It's not quite as fluid as you want it to be. And then that's kind of part of the growth is that you're thinking now. Wow, you get the walk in because you didn't hear him. So your crosshair placement's close left. That's really good stuff. That's a huge kill too. To be able to kill the Opper, put yourself in a 2v1. You still have some utility with 15 seconds left. You could throw the molly if you wanted to, but looks like you're gonna win this round anyway. So that's good stuff. It's kind of like that's exactly what Steve talks about, where he's like, if you don't hear them, you can keep the crosshair closer, but if you hear them, you know there's going to be some speed with it. So that's good stuff. Oh gosh. Probably would want a little bit more consistent aiming when you're peeking mid to get the op, but good round. Round winning kill as well, right? And you pick up the op. Oh, so you know they filled the molly there. So kind of a similar environment to the second round. You go with the flash again. You're thinking smoke now. Okay, great. Would love if you maybe threw that smoke immediately after hearing them the smoke. Maybe you didn't hear them run up, and that's why you hesitated on the smoke. Would love if that smoke was a little bit deeper too, because this gives them ability to run out to pillar. So if we have it more towards the entrance way, we can really have it a little bit of a better situation, right? Like if I'm at a T here, I'm walking out, and this smoke is actually helping me because I'm walking up here, I'm jiggling this, I'm like, okay, no one there, and then I'm gonna peek you there, right? So that smoke really actually benefits them, and that's something that better players will take advantage of. It doesn't seem like a big deal when you're playing regular games, but if you were to play more elite players, and there was somebody here, this smoke would be something that I would totally just walk right through here. I would be crouched here, I'd jiggle this, check sight, I'd go behind this pillar, I'd check, there, and then I would swing you here. And this is a tough fight for you if you're overexposed. So make sure you throw that smoke really hard off of here so that you get it ideally right in this section here to where they can't move in. Didn't matter this round. Does it matter in a future round though? Well, I guess we'll see. Okay, you're lurking in with the bomb. Crosshair placement. I mean, it's pretty good. A little slow, but controlled. Oh, you get the double here. LOL. That guy got owned. Hold on. I didn't know you were just about to pop off like that. Right, so crosshair on the bridge here, and then crosshair to the stairs. But it'd be really shitty if the guy just like is right here. But it's kind of like you take your chances here. So, I mean, that's pretty good. He could be here in the water. Probably more likely that he's over here. But I mean, when we think about our crosshair placement, I mean, we're micro moving, right? Which is our goal with all of this. We're a little slow, I think, to this one. I think you can visualize the stairs better and be able to, once you clear here, do a direct D with the crosshair to position it here. We're a little movie camera there, but we keep it controlled. So we get the kill. I kind of feel like he missed. What does that look like on his perspective? I kind of feel like that's a whiff from him. So I'm very curious to see how that looks. I mean, I guess he didn't want to spray you, and he did this weird double tap, but nonetheless, you were more consistent in the fight. What does that look like from that guy's perspective? Well, he makes a step there. Oh, do you hear this? Do you hear that jump? Oh man, look what his crosshair placement. He was looking at the ground, then he's not looking here. He was looking like in, and he thought you were deeper, and then he has to compensate. Yeah. So I think versus better players, you probably don't get these kills as easily, but that's CS, That's CS. You gave yourself a chance, right? You put yourself in a position to where, you know, it was really 50-50 fights with both of them. And you come out on top because you really don't have to move your crosshair, you know, that much, especially on the second guy. So, oh, do you get knifed here? Oh no. Just when things are going well.
9.
Oh no. I mean, wait, how does this guy get in here? Wait, do we know he's here? Does he kill 2 and then we know? We probably don't know though, because like bomb is in con, so this is kind of wild. You would expect him to not do that. Does 5 move mid? Oh, if 5 move, wait. I feel like 5 should know that it's a possibility, especially if 1's clearing here. I feel like this should have been calm to you that he could be potentially through. Based off of 5's knowledge of the fact that he's kind of like chasing him. So he definitely knows. So, and then 1 turns around. So I feel like this could be something that you should be aware of. But doesn't really matter. I mean, you win the round when you kill those 2 people, so it's like you get knifed, but like, I mean, I'm about that W. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to look cool. Winning is cool. You know what I mean? All right, you're gonna be a rotator here. Very curious as you're rotating. Before we even get into this, do we have any type of support utility for 4, 1, and 2 to help them? Oh, maybe we take mid, we drop connector. But really gonna be looking if there's any utility support from you. Okay. Unless they just own them. They might just be owning them. Yeah. Okay. Well. Forget I said anything. Let's go. I'll just get fucked on my own plans of reviewing your demo. I don't know if I love you running around with your knife like this here. Especially when they have ran through it. I don't know. Seems a little like an opportunity for you just to get wrecked. Kind of like feels like wasted movement. Probably would rather throw this smoke from over here where you can't just be peeked too. So again, we're throwing that smoke, but this gives them the walk-in. Look at this. I can isolate. That actually is good for me. I can isolate this fight here in sight without being peeked from other angles. So just be more careful with that smoke. They haven't abused it yet. I wonder if they abuse it later. Yeah, you need a max wins. Imposter. I think your team just owns though, so it's all good. Very curious if anybody lurks through that smoke. That'd be what I would do immediately. People have done that to me. I'm sure they've done it to Steve too, as he's over on A a lot. Not a whole lot of action. Gives them a lot of space. Okay, at least you're playing here where you can see it, but maybe you'll visualize that smoke is not the best after playing up in heaven. Wait, oh, what is he, connector? Teammate's bridge. Ooh. Wait, didn't he just shoot? Didn't your teammate, don't you know where he is? Crosshair, crosshair. Okay. Did your teammate mid know where he was? Okay, your teammate knew where he was here. So that check up there is we're not visualizing the map right now, or we're not able to take in communication, because like he's 100% there, and you could look up here and he could peek you. Like, we have to be locked in. Our crosshair should be right here. This is kind of and maybe even a little bit over to where he could fast peek us there, and it just feels like we're a little not sure about that. So it's like this is a little low, but it's in a good spot, and then we kind of stray, and it's like, okay, now we're back on stairs, but we know at this point, so we should really be locked in here. And then that's real. This is going through the motions of, like, normally when I come out here I look in these ways, versus this is a 2-on-1 and I know where he is, right? So I'm just do things because they're like systematic to you, right? Like, you got to be able to push past your systems to think about that direct moment in time in the round. It's kind of like when you check mid on Vertigo, or you look out window on Anubis on this map. Like, when you're going across, you just do that window check. It's like you're used to doing that, but that's not what you need to be doing in the round, because the round in itself in a vacuum is different. But we're sitting at what? We're 5-4. Really just playing really solid. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy. Just doing our job, really. And that's my favorite type of CS to watch, honestly. It's just really solid CS. But I'm kind of a nerd, so we talked about that smoke again. I'll be curious to know your opinions on it. It really just lets him walk up right there and dome you right in the head. Not sure if your teammate knew that the last guy was there, in which case we'd want to go and trade with him for the second guy. It might be a situation where it's 8-2 and Steve's 18-5, and he just knows he's going to wreck both of them. So all right, here comes some A action. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, the Molly comes in. Oh, but they rush into B. Okay. Oh, okay, so Dewey gets those 2 kills, which makes this decision way easier for you just to stay, which is nice. Would love to see when that Molly comes in, you throw your Molly, because for him to throw this Molly, he has to be out here on water, right? So would love for you to, when that Molly comes in, to just throw your Molly quick. It's good counter utility for the situation. Potentially you can follow that up with a smoke. Potentially you could flash over here if you're going to peek. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Yeah, I would love if you had utility down, so that if you needed to check mid, you at least delayed the person walking in. But because no utility was thrown, he kind of gets free entry into the bomb site, when you're checking mid. Would love if you checked mid by just peeking here and not crossing, but you know, the comms could have been messy. Wow, the timing on that guy. What is he looking at? Wow, this kid's crosshair placement stinks too. This guy stinks, right? Like, we can all agree on that. I think if he's a better player, you know, he's looking at headshot level and things like that, you probably don't get this kill. But it's all right. You get the timing of it. It's a big, important kill. But rather be lucky than good. Okay, now we smoke. That's a deeper smoke. It's good smoke. No, now we're okay. So now we're doing what I kind of wanted you to do, which is, you know, use your smoke to, you know, check mid and get into a good position. Probably could have followed up with your molly as well. He just gets owned though. Right? Like, you know, if it 20 seconds left, you throw the molly down. Obviously, you don't want to get caught with the molly in your hand, but just thinking of time, thinking of utility. That's kind of that next level, making those decisions faster, you know, because right now you're so focused on crosshair and being in a good spot. That's what you're focused on. I can just tell by the way you're playing. So kind of that next level, once we have some, we're not thinking so hard about our crosshair, we can think about some of our utility. Flash in. Where's that smoke go? That one looks like you threw it a little bit further. It's not great. I don't love it. Still feel like it gives him too much room. Oh, man. Yeah. I think that's an area of improvement for you here. I think your positioning is much better, though. Your crosshair is good. Like, they don't really challenge you, and they don't abuse it, but definitely feel like this is an area for you to improve on. All right, we got flash nade in the retake. Probably gonna be sneaky for this first shoot, right? Owned. They are so scared of you. Pizza. Owned. Oh, man. Oh, we're so panicking. Oh, we're panicking. Good. Little panic, little stress there. We made it hard for yourself. All right. So let's think about this retake here. Overall, I mean, the best part about the retake is the fact that you kept your gun in positions that, you know, made it so that you could shoot them, right? It sounds dumb to say, but you know, you kept your crosshair in the right spot here. Do I think the retake was great? I think it was more like these kids are terrible, but there's a lot of good here. Like, all of this panning is good. I probably want to be looking over here. I feel like he could just jiggle you here, but that's what I would do if I was on site. You do just pick up the smoke there, so, you know, I'm surprised you used it, but yeah. feel like he gives it to you, right? He just peeks you versus letting you tap the bomb and be in a compromised position. But you know, you were looking connector when he was connector, right? So you'll take that all day. Definitely, I can definitely make that a montage clip. I mean, just because they're idiots doesn't mean that that ain't good shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you still got to shoot and win the fight. Gucs. Are we going in? Would love to see you entry a lot more, Guck. Nice. Oh, that's a bold plant. I don't hate it. Oh, do we get lost here? Or do we know where we are? Kind of. Okay, we kind of know where we are. Oh. Potentially a tad overzealous. Potentially a little unaware of where everyone can be in the angles that we are taking. Is that our smoke? That's Vinny's smoke? Okay. That's a little bit of an overextend here. You probably can't chase him. You probably have to stay here and isolate fights these ways. Probably can't commit to the full in here. But if you wanted to hold here and then you wanted to jiggle here, right? So then the guy over there can't see you. Then you're going fighting here and you're fighting here. I think that would better suit you. Because you were low on numbers, right? So when you're low on numbers, you have to take fights that aren't going to trade. You know, that could be a good offensive play for 5-on-3 or something like that. You're just running in there trying to get the last guy, but just a lot of angles there. Just kind of tunneled in. Okay, hold this one. When you're in this position here, it's very common. I've seen people jump up top there, so just be aware of that when they throw this smoke. They just jump. You can like jump up there, and then you can strafe out. And that's a hard shot to hit. What do we have? A? Do we get a comm A? Yeah, we just walked in A. Took the long way. Oh. Oh yeah, the only reason you survive there is you take the long way. Oh, get out. Okay, it's smoked. Oh, this is a crazy plant. I guess it's smoked, but good smoke up in heaven. But now it's like, I don't quite know where we're looking. What is that guy doing? So I probably would plant. My teammate just died stairs. I probably would plant a little bit more on the right here to where the only person who could kill me would be Heaven, and it's a weird shot, and Dewey's there. I think this still leaves you open a little bit to your left. I guess it's not horrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was when I watched it originally. Like, this guy is straight lost, though. Like, he's got, like, what is he doing? But good flick to him. I mean, good flick. I mean, you whip that thing right to him. All right, here we are. Absolutely owning. A little slow out of spawn. Maybe we could improve that by. Wait, almost dodged a flash. The one time you dodge a flash, it's a decoy. Had the right idea. Whip that thing harder, though. Good. We're mollying pizza. Would probably prefer to molly pizza and then spray to the right of it, right? Like if you're gonna throw this, like if this is smoked and you're throwing this molly here. Oh, hold on. if you're gonna smoke, if you're gonna throw this molly to molly this guy out of here, when he leaves, he has to go this way, right? So if you're throwing this molly there, what I would do is when it's smoked, I would throw that molly, and then I might spray a little bit on this angle here. Not this angle. Don't expose yourself to Palace, but throwing the molly and then spraying, this angle as that, try to catch that guy as he's crossing over. So just one of those things. But let's look at the rest of the round. Actually, let's look at your molly. So what would the timing be here? I guess he was shooting with a Negev. But still, you probably can get him on this angle here as he's leaving. Just something for you to think about. Okay, going back mid as a team. Looking window. Classic. You know where he is? Oh man, you got to be up there to trade that fight. We're a little slow on our reflexes here. So Steve, who I'm assuming is number 1, kills this guy and might see the other one. And then we get this kill in mid. And that death is what... I mean, Dewey's pretty fast. I'm sure you're holding for this person to run out again, but I would like to see you be able to be a little bit faster here and just be close. Should Dewey lose this fight, we can have one more trade there. Yeah, Dewey just annihilates his kids though. Do we spam it this time? That's fucking stupid. What the fuck is that guy doing? Okay. Alright. Okay. I'd be so pissed if I was... Wait, does he move in because you mollied it? Oh no, he starts to move in. Oh, he hears the reload. He hears your teammate reload. That's why he goes it. I get it. That's pretty lame. I don't know. I don't have any opinion on that. That's some stupid I'm down 3-12 and I'm just going to run out this smoke and see if I can get a kill. And that's the game for you, Guc. Overall, solid. A lot of things too, though, that you can still work on, which is great. So, love to hear your opinions.